Like your identity, your authentic understanding of who you are and what you're about, there's probably nothing more important. Like there's a lot of people that talk about the need for self-awareness to identify who you are, but as a business, it's equally important because that's what differentiates, right? Those lighthouse businesses that really understand this as the essence, right? That their mission, is magnified by customer experience and by employee experience. Start to use this as a true north as a litmus from which every decision is made. And I was having a conversation this morning with somebody who was talking about. We were talking about all the kind of negativity and negative experience out there, and I was talking about. We were talking about kindness and the importance of kindness and how a kind gesture can magnify itself. Right, one leads to another. This whole idea, this concept of pay it forward. And in my family, we've all heard about the choices. Like if you follow, we talk about the choices my kids have. Right, operate from a place of gratitude. Choose what kind of day you're going to have, and they always choose fucking awesome because that's the best way to go. But the two other things are never refuse a generous inclination and always treat people kindly. Right, treat people with kindness. And it's because that's a responsibility. It's something that multiplies itself, right? And never refuse a generous inclination. But businesses that understand that treating their people and treating their clients with this sense of intentional purpose, right? Intentionally, being responsive and solving problems, and that is going to magnify your mission just as much as your brand identity. Right? I mean, I drive a Maserati specifically because of the engine and the feeling, this Italian, it's perfect imperfection, right? But they are absolutely unapologetic for having the worst, absolute worst technology that you've ever seen. And I actually think it's kind of like their attitude is, look, if you want something that is going to have amazing technology and is gonna have no sound, go drive a Tesla. Right? But if you want the rumble, if you want this beautiful stitching and this kind of very Italian experience, then buy a Maserati. Unapologetic for it, right? And knowing who you are and what you bring doesn't necessarily mean arrogance. Right? Because they also understand that once you drive a Maserati, that imperfection is part of their identity, right? Your car's making a noise, they'll say, look, if it's part of a reality of owning a Maserati. You want something that doesn't make a noise, buy a Mercedes or buy a Tesla. But part of this perfect imperfection is part of the equation. Doesn't mean they're not responsive, right? In fact, their showroom where they treat, and not their showroom, but their service center is immaculate. White polished floors. It looks more like a surgery center than it does an auto body shop. And their attention to detail, like the way they treat you through the experience, makes you want to talk about it, right? And I think that experience becomes the ultimate magnifier. This idea of paying it forward, just like kindness as an individual, becomes, people become advocates for your brand. And when you really capture the essence of being a lighthouse, what happens is those people who share in your understanding of your mission, those people that can appreciate it, become your advocates. So whether it's your employees who are telling others, hey, this was the experience I had, these are all the things I learned, and if you want to learn X, Y, and Z, if you want to be part of something special, you do it, right? I mean, the great companies out there don't have any challenge getting attention for attraction of talent, because the people that work in that company, they extend the hand of opportunity. Say, you should become part of this, right? Companies like SpaceX, companies like that exist out there, Google. It's, hey, maybe I can get you a job, right? You should come work here. That's what you want. Right, and it's not just Google, it's not just technology companies, right? I mean, if you're a tow truck company, like what's your true north? Like what's your mission? Like are you the tow truck company that shows up in the middle of the night to pick somebody up and you bring some donuts and a cup of coffee, right, for that person who you're going to pick up? Or are you just another meathead company who's preying on cars that are parked illegally on the side of the street? And if you want the experience to lead to more business, you have to be intentional. And you got to treat people with dignity and respect and kindness. And when you do that, they advocate for you.